Hi guys, welcome to my channel, welcome back to my channel. It is Sweetest Dolls, and this is the most excited I've been for an unboxing in literally years. If any of you know anything about me, you know I have been a Fashion Pixies defender my entire life. They're one of my favorite BRATZ lines, one of my favorite designs, the concept, everything. And I'm finally here to unbox the 2025 BRATZ Fashion Pixies line. Yasmin. I don't have anybody else yet, but Yasmin. So these haven't even really officially released yet. Yasmin went into stock on the Target website a couple of days ago. I got one of her. They've all been going in and out of stock pretty much the entire last few weeks in the US, at least. They're pretty much all out in the UK and Australia, I think, right now. But the US, it's crickets. I don't really know why, because we literally have everything else. Like, I mean, as you guys know, I've unboxed Play Sports. We just got Stylin'. We have Scorchin'. Like, but I'm so happy I got my hands on her. And I got her for $24.99. I'm just, I don't even know what to say. This video is just gonna be a lot of like rambling, screeching, like excitedness from me. Like, I don't even know how I'm gonna be able to properly express my emotions. I'm just so excited. This line means a lot to me. I already cried a little bit off camera and unboxing her, not gonna lie, like taking her out of the box. But anyways, let's take a look at the packaging. Tens from me, like genuinely tens. I think this packaging design is so beautiful. I love the upside down trapezoidal packaging. I like how it's all rounded. I love the little bubble details. The Fashion Pixies font this time around is so beautiful. I love the logo. It's so good. The holographic stuff really is so beautiful. And the back of the box is I think just like one of the best, like it's just one of my favorite things I think BRATZ has ever done. I love how like ethereal and beautiful it looks. All of the like holographic is embossed into the packaging. The BRATZ down here is Fashion Pixies, and the tagline is so good. Like, do you believe in pixies? Come on, because modern day pixies believe in fantasy fashion, sharing the magic and spreading their wings. And then on the side, right next to Yasmin, says she's got wings and you've got bling, which alludes to the fact that the wings also are a ring. Took me a second to decipher that one, but this art is also beautiful. Darko Dark is seemingly the new head artist for pretty much every MGA product. Like, I think they're doing all the new Rainbow High stuff. Seems like they're doing all the new BRATZ stuff, which is really exciting. I can't wait for them to post all about this. Oh, on the side, there is a new little BRATZ logo. What does that say? Oh, interesting. Wait, I didn't know. Why has nobody pointed this out? It says BRATZ Reimagined. So I'm assuming this is going to be a new thing that they use. Wait, that's so cool. I had no idea that was even included. And then we have a bunch of these really cool butterfly motifs all over the box. And my favorite thing that, again, nobody pointed out was at the top of the box where the handle is, there's a plastic cutout of the wing design, which is so cool. And I guess it's supposed to be like you're holding the wings, but like you can even just take this off and make these the wings if you want. Like the wings, like how Winx dolls and the Disney Fairies dolls have their wings. So that is really cool. And then probably what everybody cares about is the barcode. So here is Yasmin's barcode. Take all the screenshots, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. Is there a batch code on here? I don't see it. But yeah. I'm gonna go off camera, unbox my girl, and we'll be right back. Yasmin is out of the box, and I gotta say, first off, that was a nightmare to unbox. There are so many ties, so many things attached to her hair, so many things attached by tape. Thankfully, none of the clothes are like T-tied in, so you don't have to worry about any marks from that. But there was so much plastic holding her hair in, holding her arms in, her wings, her shoes, like everything. So that was a bit of a nightmare, but she's out. I haven't even really taken a second to just admire her because I wanted to get her on camera, but like, look at how photogenic she already is. Like, oh my god, Roman Lolly World, you were so famous. You were so famous. So first off, I guess I'll show some of the stuff that she quote unquote comes with. Like, this is on top of the box, but this is cool nonetheless. Like, this would be really fun to make like another set of wings, or like, these remind me a lot of the Winx Club, like Enchantix designs. So like imagine if she just had like 2 pairs of wings, like that would be really cool. And then she comes with this, which is technically like the ring holder for you, but it's obviously made for kids because this barely fits on my pinky. But I'll attach the wings to that in a second probably. And then she comes with some instructions that have an illustration of Lena with the wings, and it just shows you how to take off the like waist hugger that goes to make it so that she can wear her wings or put it on for a ring. So that's everything else she comes with. And here is the doll. Oh my god. Like, wow. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow. Okay. Wow. So I'm gonna back the camera up so I can bring her down and we can look at her face a little more in detail. Like, wow. Oh my god. Like, that is just, that's crazy. That is crazy. So I just like, oh my god, like I just have so much to say. Let me go off camera real quick and then I'll be right back. Okay, I want to take her wings off and I needed to charge my phone because it was about to die. But I wanted to show just how the ring looks. So obviously it would look better if it could fit on like your middle finger, and like this theoretically can fit on my middle finger, but it's very much squeezing my finger. It's not like a painful squeeze or anything, like obviously it's a plastic ring, so it is what it is. But even so, I mean, I think you could get away with these being like the waist hugger. Let's test it out. Why don't we? The only annoying thing right now about switching out the wings is that since her hair is so gelled, the wings keep getting stuck in it. But that's what the wings look like with the ring hugger. So like if you wanted to sit lower down, that's an interesting choice that you can make. I don't think it necessarily looks bad. I don't think it looks better than anything else, but it's interesting nonetheless. So getting past the wings, this is the sculpt real quick, and the gradient is from just pink to like transparent. Super cool. Let's take a look at the doll. So I mean, we kind of looked at the face, but I want to go in depth on the face because, wow, oh my god, it's so beautiful. Again, you guys know how I am about metallics and shimmers and doll makeup. This is just perfect to me because it's like, we get 2 different types of shimmers. We get this really nice deep metallic with the blue, and then we get this really cool light shimmer with the pink, and we have a small little smoky gradient out there. The brows are really beautiful. They look very hand painted. Like, I don't know if you can fully tell, but you can see each of the individual like brush strokes that make up the individual hairs. Like, look at like that right there is like a model-esque look. These dolls are gonna be so photogenic and so fun to photograph and restyle and dress. Wow. The lips are also beautiful. The shape of them is really nice. Although mine do look a little weird. Like this one has more of like a swoop and this one goes out more. But again, I don't think, like, it literally doesn't matter because like, look at that. That's crazy. Her brown eyes are beautiful. I like that there is like kind of a highlighted outside edge that is like this really bright fluorescent pink. I think it looks really pretty. This face is just like unreal. All of the Fashion Pixies faces are just like kind of unreal. So I could go on about it forever. I'm not going to, but I could. Next up is her singular earring, which is this kind of like looped together kind of like chain-esque thing. It's very cool, and something interesting is that she doesn't have her other ear pierced, so you would have to do that yourself. It's fine. I mean, I don't really, I'll be so honest, I'm not someone that cares for doll jewelry really ever, just because I think it hinders like my play of them, because like if I want the doll to be complete, I would most likely want to take the earrings or necklace off so I don't accidentally lose it or break it. But that's just a me thing, especially with BRATZ jewelry because it is so like tiny. So yeah. But next is the rooting. Thank God these dolls are not rooted really heavily. Like, this doesn't feel like a lot of nylon hair, which is what I was scared of, because as you guys know, they have rooted BRATZ really thick with nylon, and it just makes the head look weird. It makes the head bobble all around. It also just like isn't fun to play with because there is just so much hair. But She has a side part that is thatched about that much to the back of the head, and obviously you can see some of the rooting. It is like a full head of hair still, but it's not like a crazy amount, like say Always Sasha, like that doll has like a crazy amount of hair on her head. But yeah, also these dolls do have the original head sculpt, no UV head sculpt here, so you get the full movement when it comes to the head. And if you guys don't know, the main difference between the UV, obviously the size is different, but you also get these slight little, okay, sorry, I got interrupted for a second, but back to what I was saying. So basically you just get like the full range of motion, and it's like the small little intricacies of looking down a little bit or looking up a little bit. Like, you don't really get that with the UV head. If you know, you know. Does it really hinder my enjoyment of a doll with a UV head? No, because I'm not always going to be posing my dolls like that. But if I want to, I know I can do it on this doll, which is great because these are going to be the dolls that I probably get the most of, honestly. Like, I already want like 15 of each of them, and I only have this one already. So, yeah. Next thing she comes with is this really pretty purse. It is full plastic, which isn't my favorite, but I would rather her have like a cute little purse than not have anything at all. It's very nice. If it reminds me a lot of the, is it Charmix charms from Winx? I don't know. I feel like I'm just gonna do a lot of Winx comparisons because that's the only other really like big fairy show that I watch and like know of. So yeah, it's very pretty though. It reminds me a lot of also Tinkerbell, which I'm a big fan of Disney fairies. So very pretty. I really like it. I love it. And next is this outfit, which I know people were clowning her for kind of having the worst outfit, but honestly, in person, I really like it. Again, it reminds me a lot of some of the early Winx designs, but it's very beautiful. Like, this top is like very well made. It's just like basic, but it has these really pretty like hemmings, trims on the edge. We have some really cool pleating. We have this crazy big like flower thing with a bead in the middle, which is, I was not expecting that. And it does Velcro at the top and the bottom. Like that, it's like, oh my, like every time I just put this doll down and like face her towards the camera, I feel like I just want to take like 1,000 photos of her. Like, she's so photogenic. That top is so pretty. Like, the restyle with these outfits is going to be so nice. And then next we have these pants, which are kind of like capris, which I really like. I like that it kind of has like this skirt type thing over it with this nice, it feels like it probably a chiffon or something. And then we have this really interesting fabric, which I thought was that weird like metallic fabric that a lot of fairy dolls used to use that would eventually rub off. And it could very well be that, but it doesn't feel like it. And also it kind of already has like a distressed look to it. Like, I don't know, it's very, very pretty. I'm a big fan of it. And obviously here is the bottom, which kind of reminds me of flower petals, which I love. It's more of that chiffon. It is unhemmed, which isn't the best, but also like it is what it is in my opinion. Very, very pretty. I really like the silhouette. Like, I do think overall she probably has one of the least interesting outfits, but that doesn't by any means mean it's bad. I just think it's probably the most casual out of all of them, which is a good and bad thing considering this is a fairy line or like a fantasy line, and BRATZ is like a very like fashion focused line, so it kind of melds the two together really well. So I don't know. I mean, I'm just gonna be singing the praises of this line every time I talk about them, so like if you don't want to hear me just like kind of rave on about a doll line or doll series that I like, sorry, that's what all these reviews are. Like, obviously I'll still critique it if I do have any critiques, but I really don't have any already. And these shoes, I know these shoes are like, all of the Fashion Pixie shoes for this line are just like taking the community by storm because they are just so well sculpted and proportionate to the BRATZ body. These are no exception. These are beautiful. I love the little like peep at the front that doesn't even have a bit of the foot on it. It just adds like another like 3-dimensionality to the doll and the shoe. Like, that is so pretty. These are going to be so nice. Restyle potential. I do know some of the pegs for the reproduction or the newer bodies are different than the original bodies, so that is something to just note. So it might be either hard or not possible to get these on the older BRATZ bodies, so just be aware of that. But they do still have the holes, and I've been using a stand for her just because I don't want her to fall, but I guarantee she'll probably stand on her own in some capacity. Am I going to get her that to happen now? Probably not. But yeah, I kind of think that's it. I'm going to go off camera again. I'm going to situate her, pose her a bit, get her wings back on, and then we'll do final thoughts, analysis, all that fun stuff, and yeah. Before I put these wings on her, I did want to show the quote-unquote mechanism, like how it attaches. It's very interesting. It's weird. Oh my god, her hair is getting mangled because of these wings. Yeah, that's what it looks like. I figured people would want to know. There probably are ways to modify it so that it isn't this crazy, but honestly, when it's on the doll, you can barely tell, so not a big deal to me, but I'm gonna go situate her. Okay, she's all situated and beautiful with her backdrop and her art. Like, I really can't get over how intricate these faces are. Like, that, like, every single time I pose her, I'm just, like, in awe at how photogenic she is. And I know I keep saying that, but, like, there really is such a thing as, like, a photogenic doll. Like, this doll, it was made to be photographed, and I really do think all of Pixiez was. Like, I love the original Fashion Pixiez. I think their unique proportions, their screening style, even their outfits, I just love them, and I love the concept. But these are bringing it to, like, the utmost level. Like, it's hard to believe that the original Fashion Pixiez was the source inspiration for these, because these feel just, one, so far removed, and just so elevated to, like, the Pixiez Fairies concept, that it's, like, that being the launching point feels kind of preposterous, however you say that. You know, it just feels kind of crazy that that was the launching point for these dolls. Like, holding one in my hands, these just feel so much better, and I know that might piss a lot of people off, because again, I am a Fashion Pixiez truther, but I know the girls that ride for Fashion Pixiez ride for Fashion Pixiez. So it's like, I just think these dolls already some of the best BRATZ we've ever gotten, ever, and I mean that wholeheartedly. Like, coming from someone that has, like, probably closer to 150, 200 BRATZ, like, I think this is one of the best lines I've ever done, both in concept and execution, facially, like, accessories, packaging, like, putting that all into consideration. This is just one of the best, and for the price point, they are $24.99, and I think with tariffs, they might go up to $26, if not $29.99, which $29.99 is a little steep considering what they come with, especially compared to Stylen, which I have my Stylen Sasha here, which I got for $29.99 today. So it would be a little crazy if these ended up being that price, because they come with a shirt and these come with wings. But I just think that this doll felt so luxe and well crafted and so beautifully executed. Like, I would have been happy just keeping her in the box, and that's coming from someone that's not really an in-box collector, but I do plan on getting a set of these in box because I'm crazy and I'm gonna have god knows how many of each of these. It means a lot to me that BRATZ was like, okay, we know people want Fashion Pixiez, but we want to do it different, so let's do that. Like, they could have easily just done reproductions and they could have been fine, or they could have been worse, or they could have been better. Like, I think I still would have been happy with reproductions, but this makes me so much happier because we're getting people that have been in the community, like Lolly World. Roman did the faces for these. We have people, I mean, I'm not gonna go on too much about that because I don't know the full extent to what people worked on in the community on, like, future BRATZ dolls and whatever else. Like, I'm not gonna go too much on that, but Roman did such an excellent job on these dolls' faces. They also did Scorchin, and I think they have done most of the other doll lines. I don't think they've done Stylen, but they did do the Bratziversary Jade. But there really is just such, like, a prestige feeling to having a doll with a face designed by somebody that is such like a renowned repainter in the community, and having it be factory. Like, I love repaints. I think repaints are amazing, but having like this level of detail and quality and like dimensionality and a playline face is crazy. It's crazy. It really is crazy. Like, Scorchin impressed me, but these like blew me out of the water already. And it kind of just seems like I'm blowing smoke up MJ's ass, which I could be, just because Fashion Pixies obviously means a lot to me, and like this aesthetic is just some of my favorites. But like, I could really go on and on about this doll line specifically. Like, I just can't wait to have the other ones. Yasmin was the only one I was able to actually order, so I don't have any others ordered, but trust me, when they all go up, I will be getting doubles of each of them immediately, plus another one of Yasmin, so I could have 2. I'm so excited. Quality control on these also seems amazing. I mean, I literally only have one, and I ordered her online, but she seems pretty perfect to me, in my opinion. There was obviously some iffiness with one side of the lips, but you really can't even see it on here. Like, it doesn't bother me personally, so yeah. But I love her. She's my new baby. I was literally just texting my friends, and they're all just like, I can't stop staring at the photo you just sent me. Like, holy crap. And I took like a really bad photo of her just inbox because I was freaking out. But yeah, if you guys like this, please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know who your favorite from Fashion Pixies is. Let me know how you feel about these as a reimagined doll line instead of reproductions. Like, just let me know all your feelings about these, because I've expressed mine, and I'm probably gonna do reviews for all of the dolls plus a retrospective on all of them, just because I think that's what these deserve. So yeah, that's it from me. I hope you guys have a pixie-tastic day. Bye.